Oh, that's a spin! In the first couple of corners. Well, that was a rough way to start a video. Anyway guys, welcome back to another part of this Alamobo GP career mode. This is Season 4, Round 15, the Brazilian Grand Prix with a sprint race format. Last time out in Italy, we had a horrendous start. We started from pole, but we came out of the first corners in 6th place. However, we didn't lose focus throughout the entire race. We overtook 4 cars and got back to 2nd place. And on the last lap, we made the overtake on my championship contender Lewis Hamilton into turn 1. We made contact on the exit, but we forced our way through and won the crucial Italian Grand Prix. We gained 7 points on Hamilton in the standings, and now we are tied going into the second last race of the season. And today, as I said, we are having a 5-lap sprint. If we could win both the sprint and the Grand Prix races, we could have a huge advantage in the championship. So we're on pole position for the sprint shootout. Russell will start from 2nd and Verstappen will start from 3rd. And surprisingly, my championship rival Hamilton is down in P18 in this crucial weekend of the season. I don't know what happened, but after the slow stop for Leclerc in the last race, the Ferrari is again pulling the legs of the drivers. But from our side, I was relieved. This will be a great chance to extend the gap on Hamilton in the standings. Alright, let's head towards the grid for the sprint. This is the last sprint race of the season. We're on pole, but can we win this? Although there aren't many points we can score from this, even a single point will be crucial for the championship. We will give everything we have to win this. And we are underway for the sprint. I had a massive wheel spin. Russell is making a great start. He's already getting ahead. Lawson is ahead of Leclerc. Both Red Bull cars are putting pressure on us from behind. As we go around turn 3, run down the back straight, Verstappen is looking to the inside, almost going wheel to wheel into turn 4. But we're having much better straight line speed. Verstappen backed out, we stayed in P2, but Russell is already having a huge lead. But from my experience, I know that I am faster than the AI in Sector 2. And I was right, I immediately caught up to Russell as we exit turn 10. The gap is 0.4, but whoa! He braked in me. I nearly crashed into him and I went wide. I was totally forgetting that they slowed down there. I have to be careful. It was just lucky that I didn't damage the front wing. Russell leads. We're in 2nd place, followed by Verstappen. Lawson is ahead of Leclerc. Haja is in P6 and Behrman is right behind the Racing Bull. Russell braked in me.
Excellent first lap.
We saw that. Keep your head down. Russell 0.7 ahead. Verstappen 1.1 behind.
On the end of lap 2, we are having DRS. I'm using ERS in overtake mode. We are gaining and gaining. I'm looking to the inside into turn 1, making a late braking, but Russell braked late as well. I looked up the brakes, I went deep into the corner. Russell is staying ahead for the moment. However, I will have DRS again on the back straight. We are gaining and gaining again. I'm looking to the inside, making a late braking, going side by side. But I put my elbow on the exit. We got through the inside this time, but Russell is still close behind. I'm closing the inside into turn 6, forced Russell to go to the outside, eventually shutting the door, and we stayed ahead of the Mercedes. Russell didn't have the space to accelerate. He was powerless to take back the position. We are now in the lead.
Good job. Keep pushing. 3 laps remaining.
Let's go! And now Verstappen is putting pressure on Russell. Russell may have lost his rhythm after being overtaken by me. Verstappen is on softs. He might have a tire advantage over Russell, who is on mediums. As they come back to the home straight, Verstappen will have DRS. Will he make a move into turn 1? Verstappen looked to the inside, but Russell again covered from the outside. Verstappen went wide, he had to cut the corner. Russell stayed ahead. However, everything changed after we had company in Sector 2. There's a slow car ahead of us, and it's Daniel Ricciardo again. His Audi had a mechanical issue for how many times this season? I lost count, but he had an issue in the previous race in Italy, and now he's going so again. But this changed the game. Russell got caught a bit by Ricciardo, and Verstappen caught up to Russell again. Verstappen is putting pressure. Verstappen tries to make a move on the outside, but Russell shuts the door. He is doing his best to defend the position, but Verstappen will have DRS again. Russell covered Verstappen on the previous lap. Can he do the same again? But that wasn't the case this time. Verstappen's making a move. DRS and slipstream were too powerful. The Red Bull got ahead of the Mercedes before the braking point, and Max Verstappen is up to second place. As we come around the final corner, it was a smooth sailing for us after overtaking Russell. This will be a huge point for the championship. We won the sprint race in Sao Paulo.
And P1, good job.
Yeah, thanks guys. Where's Lewis?
He is running in P17, going through the final corner.
Okay, good job everyone. Let's keep pushing the race. So we won the sprint. Verstappen got ahead of Russell, he came second, and Russell came third. And since Hamilton couldn't finish in the points, we are now leading the championship by 8 points. But let's keep our heads down, we still have qualifying to run. However, it started raining heavily as the clock ticked the time for Q1. And this session became one of the most chaotic qualifying sessions ever. On the first lap, the Alpine of Kimi Antonelli has understeered into the wall at turn 7, hit the barrier pretty hard. Thank God the driver was okay. But this wasn't all. We will have a look later as we go for our first lap. To be honest, the AI is stupidly fast in wet conditions. If you look at the time they set, it's almost the same in dry conditions. So we need to push, maybe over the limit to set faster time than the AI. As we crossed the line, our time was good enough for P3 on the board, P13 eventually, but this time made me through the first part of qualifying. However, the chaos continued on the last lap of Q1. Carlos Sainz went wide in the final corner. He spun the car, making him eliminated. And there was another crash from the Racing Bull of Isaac Hadjar. He had a little wheel spin into turn 10. He couldn't save the car, and another hefty crash in qualifying. He got eliminated as well. Now that was quite a session, but the chaos wasn't over yet. The rain continued to fall in Q2. Our first lap wasn't good enough to put me into the top 10. We are 600 slower than Verstappen, so we had to go for another lap. We are down to P13 as we started the second run. I was pushing, improving in the first sector, but I caught up to the cooldown lap cars on the final corner. I thought they moved out of the way, but the Haas suddenly turned into me and he wrecked my car. Oliver Behrman, what the hell were you doing, man? My qualifying is over and I am out in Q2. He crashed into me, eventually protecting his teammate Ocon to make it into Q3. And ridiculously, Behrman himself is also in front of me in P12. If the Haas did that on purpose, I think it's as dirty as the Crashgate Renault did in Singapore. So this is the order for the starting grid of the race. And my championship contender Lewis Hamilton is in second place. What a coincidence. Hamilton was knocked out in SQ1 and now I've been eliminated in Q2. This is not looking good. The points in the Grand Prix race will easily twice or triple the points in the sprint. If Hamilton finishes in that position, we will be in a big trouble because the lead we have on him is only 8 points. This is looking really bad, really bad. After a chaotic session in qualifying, well, the chaos fell to us as well. We are down in P13 on the grid. And this is the second to last race of the season, so we need to finish as high as possible. But well, in the past, Hamilton won this race starting from P10 back in 2021 IRL. And I know I have pace in the dry condition, so let's keep our hopes high. Do not miss the phenomenal 25 laps in Sao Paulo. Can we make a good start? Because this first lap will be the biggest opportunity to gain multiple positions as we go 3, 4, 5 red lights again. man, it's lights out, and away we go. It was a perfect launch for us, but Pato pushed me off track, and I spun. And Alex and Ricardo got involved as well. I hit the wall from the back. I managed to carry on without any damage. I thought it was all over for us, but I am still going. I mean, I didn't know what happened. Maybe Pato didn't see me there. But the fact is, we are down to P18 with no damage. That is, I guess, lucky from the point of view. But this was a disaster start. The worst scenario we could have imagined. Oh my god.
Head down, the car's okay. Let's do our best.
At least it happened on the first lap. We have full 25 laps to bounce back. And thankfully, everyone is fighting for position, bunched up in a huge pack. So I caught up, and I have no room to afford it. I have to go super aggressive to be back in the points. As I made a late dive bomb to the inside of Antonelli, he respectfully gave me room. That's one position gained, and I immediately sent it to the inside of Bortoleto on the final corner, and that's 2 position gained. We're up to P16, but he is still right behind me, trying to make a repass, but the Audi is not fast enough to keep up with me. Bortoleto is a good driver, so I hope he can have a better car next season.
Okay, good job. P16 now. The car ahead is signed, gap 0.6.
We're having much better pace than the cars around us. I am literally slicing through the pack like a hot knife through butter. I was still pretty far back, but I made a super late braking to the inside, wheel to wheel on the apex, but I was fully ahead of Carlos Sainz on the exit and up to P15 with a classic style of overtake. I am literally putting up an overtake show. I am in another league right now. As we cut up to the pack ahead, the car ahead is Hajar, but not anymore. We made a move to the inside into turn 10. Well, that wasn't even a contest. And I am going wheel to wheel with a second Alpine, Jack D. He is closing the inside into the final corner, but I made a beautiful up and under, side by side on the main straight, but he backed off and Hajar gets through. I am now in P13. I made 5 overtakes in 2 laps. I am already back in my starting position. Hajar aggressively tried a move from the outside at turn 1, but I was closing the inside. We stayed ahead. And the next car ahead is my teammate Old.
Good job. The car ahead is Pato, 0.6 seconds ahead. Your pace is really strong. Keep it up.
Can I overtake him?
Confirm. You're clear to overtake. Just don't take any risk.
As we approach the back straight on the next lap, we are still in the DRS train. Pato is struggling to overtake Behrman in front, and I am catching up to them. As we approach turn 4, Pato for some reason moved to the inside under braking, costed some traction on the exit. 2 McLarens going wheel to wheel. I am on the outside. Pato looks like he won't let me by so easily. He braked late to the corner, but I switched to the inside. Now I have the inside into turn 8, still going side by side. Pato tried to cover me from the outside, but I forced my way through. We got ahead of my teammate and up to P12.
Okay, thank you for a fair overtake. Let's chase the cars ahead.
Copy. On lap 5, we are gaining on Behrman. He is the one who crashed into me in qualifying. It's time to return him a favor. As we go into turn 4, he went deep under braking. We were almost going wheel to wheel on the exit. I was really mad at him. He is the root of all problems. I won't give him any mercy. As we go around the right-hander, we are right on his gearbox. I'm making a late move to the inside into turn 8. We got ahead, but Behrman just hit me on the exit and I spun again. We crashed into him at turn 10. Behrman carried on like nothing happened. We lost 2 positions and down to P14 again. But I immediately dive bombed to the inside of Hajar, and we're back in P13 now, so many positions have changed, but Behrman is ridiculously staying in P11. Behrman is and will always be stupid. This is a fact, idiot. As we go through the first couple of corners, we are right behind Pato. I am making a move to the inside, going down the back straight, using ERS and DRS. We got ahead of my teammate again, and back in P12.
Good job. Let's get Bearman this time.
Yeah, I know what to do with this. We are right behind Bearman again. Going into turn 9, I look to the inside audaciously, forcing Bearman to go wide on the exit. He went fully off the track, but he is still staying ahead. But not for long, I send it down to the inside again this time into turn 10. Going wheel to wheel, a little bit of contact on the exit, but I switched to the inside at turn 11 and overtook the Haas. This bloody guy. He is so messing up with me this weekend. He was one of the driver candidates for Season 5, but I will definitely refuse it. On lap 9, we are now in Yuki's DRS. Well, actually, I failed to overtake him on the previous lap because, I went too deep under braking. But can we make a move stick this time? As we exit turn 4, we are right behind him, and I am about to set up what is becoming my favorite move here in Sao Paulo, making a late braking to the inside into turn 8. Snowda wisely didn't fight back, and we are finally back in the points. And on the next lap, I immediately caught up to the second Haas of the day. Having DRS from Ocon, we're gaining and gaining, making a move to the inside. Not even a contest, we easily got ahead of Ocon and up to P8. What a comeback! This is the greatest performance I've ever seen. We overtook how many? 10 cars? I am doing Sebastian Vettel back in 2012. And the show has continued. I caught up to Alonso as we go into lap 12. I looked to the inside into turn 1, but couldn't overtake him there. However, I will have DRS again. Alonso is right ahead of me. I'm tucked into his slipstream. We are gaining on the Aston, popping out from the draft, making a move to the inside into turn 4. And well, that was a beautiful move against a two-time champ. We're up to P6.
We're approaching the pit window. What are your thoughts?
Tires okay, I can carry on.
Copy that. Your pace is really strong. You're doing an absolutely perfect job.
Which position is Hamilton in?
He is currently in P2. All the players in the pit, so he's now leading the race.
Yep.
Gap to Hamilton, 9 seconds.
Not impossible, isn't it?
Let's do it, mate.
And on lap 14, Hamilton goes into the pit. And Russell is in as well, so we are now have a clear space ahead and behind us. We will push this lap and change the soft tires in the end.
Box this lap, box. We're gonna change the softs.
Box confirm. So we came in pretty hot into the pit lane. This stop will be crucial. I think we can't make an undercut on Hamilton because he was nearly 10 seconds away from us. But Russell was only a second ahead when he pitted. I think it's not impossible to rejoin ahead of him, as we kind of hit my right rear mechanics as we ran into the pit box. But it didn't affect my mighty mechanics. It was a good stop. Here goes Hamilton, and 2 Red Bulls follow through as well. As we approach the pit exit, Russell is right on the other side of the wall. As the wall ends, Russell is still a second ahead. Our undercut didn't work, but we do have 1 lap tire advantage on him, and a 3 lap advantage on Verstappen and Lawson. We are still in a better condition in this fight for the last position on the podium. As we run through sector 2, I'm putting pressure on the Mercedes. This soft tire is literally cooking. As we run down the main straight, I'm having DRS, using ERS as well. We're gaining and gaining. I'm making a move to the inside. Russell tried to hang around the outside just like in the sprint, but I shut the door and got ahead of him and up to P6.
Good job. You're P6 now. The car ahead is Lawson. Gap 2 seconds.
But Red Bull was desperate to keep Max in the championship fight. If I finish ahead of him, Verstappen's chance of winning the title will be nearly impossible. So they ordered Liam Lawson to defend that position.
Okay, back him up. Just hold it to 12 if you need. Back him up through here.
Well, I think this is an ultimatum for Liam Lawson. He wasn't matching the performance Red Bull wanted. This will be the last chance for him. But from my side, I'm sorry, but I don't care whether you can stay in the sport or not. As it said in the Netflix series, This is a survival. If you can't perform, you're out. And right now, even one position will matter for my championship fight. I will give my absolute everything to get ahead of the Red Bull duo. As we run down the back straight, Lawson is defending for his life here, but we are right on his gearbox now. Will I do the favorite move again into turn 8? I'm taking a wide line, slingshot to the inside, going wheel to wheel, but as we exit the corner, we got ahead of the Red Bull and up to P5. And the other Red Bull, Max Verstappen, and the Mercedes of Lando Norris, who is in P3 for the moment, are right ahead. Can we overtake them both and finish in the top 3? However, as I said, Verstappen is not giving up the championship. The defending champ is not letting me by so easily, but as we run down the back straight, we are having DRS. However, Verstappen is having DRS from Norris as well. The Dutchman might be trying to put the Mercedes as a cushion between me and him. He is trying to make a clever move, but that ego might destroy him because he went deep into turn 4, going wheel to wheel, and we got ahead going into turn 6, and we're up to P4. KM is only one position away from the podium. What a comeback! But the number of remaining laps is getting smaller and smaller. And Verstappen is not giving up. He is right on my gearbox. I'm feeling pressure from behind. You can hear his engine, and we can see him right behind. I'm closing the inside, doing the most defense I can. We're going wheel to wheel. I made a late braking on the inside, but Verstappen is hanging around the outside, and he makes it. He makes the corner, and he gets back to P4. I tried to put my elbow out, but it wasn't enough, and now Lawson is in the fight as well. But we're having DRS, we're gaining and gaining on Verstappen, but it made a super late braking down to the inside, but it wasn't enough. Verstappen is still ahead of us, and Lawson is putting pressure on us now. I have to re-overtake Verstappen fast, or Norris will run away. As we go into turn 8, I try to squeeze my nose to the inside, and we make contact. I push Verstappen deep, doing my cheeky move in a racing cut, but it didn't work for a two-time champ. Verstappen stayed ahead. However, I am not giving up. For the sake of my team and everyone who's watching this series, I cannot lose this. As we go around turn 1, we're having a great exit out of turn 2. Verstappen, on the other hand, went a bit wide on the exit. We're right on his gearbox now. We're gaining on the Red Bull, making a move to the inside. Both are making late braking into turn 4. Verstappen hangs around the outside, going wheel to wheel on the exit. I'm giving him a mighty squeeze to the right. There's nothing between the two of us. Into the right-hander. Verstappen makes a late braking, but a switch to the inside, side-by-side under-braking, and KM gets ahead of Max Verstappen. The favorite move has been shown again, and we're up to P4 with another beautiful move. What a battle this has been, and what a comeback we're making. I used everything I could. My favorite move and tire advantage. We both gave our best for a championship's sake, putting our elbows out. It was one of the greatest battles in the Alamo Mobile history, but it was we who came out of the corner first.
Let's go!
Head down, we have 2 laps left. Gap to Norris 1.9. Push mate, push.
We have only one car left between us and the podium, and we're going into the final lap of the race. The gap to Norris is 0.5 seconds. Can we overtake the Mercedes and finish on the podium? I set 2 purple sectors and set the fastest lap of the race. I am literally giving everything. However, I am running low on ERS. I used too much battery battling Verstappen, and the digit says 0% remaining. I look to the inside into turn 4, but Norris is still staying ahead. Remember, this is the last lap, so we won't have another chance. I have to overtake him without the help of ERS. I'm putting pressure on Norris through corners, pushing him through turn 8. Norris covers the inside at turn 9. I try to make a switchback, having a better exit out of the corner. I'm looking to the inside into turn 10, making a late braking, and we got ahead on the final lap. But can we keep him behind for the last long straight to the line? I have about 20% of battery left. Will this be enough? As we go into the last straight, he is far behind. Norris might have just made a mistake. he is not close enough to challenge me. As we come back to the home straight, what a comeback from P18 to P3, the greatest recovery in history. And this will let me maintain the upper hand in the standings. Hamilton finished second, but we finished third. What a race that was!
P3 mate, P3. What a ride. Absolute legend. You were superb. Way to go.
Yes, let's go. Oh my god, I can't believe it. Let's go, guys. Let's win this championship.
What a race that was! This comeback will be remembered for 100 years. But it was a Ferrari one too. Leclerc was in first and Hamilton was in second. Which means this will be an incredible 5 consecutive constructors title for Ferrari. The legacy of the red still continues. Way to go, Ferrari! Back to the results, we started from P13, crashing right after the start and went down to P18, but we overtook unbelievably 15 cars and came back in P3. Please hit the like button, I think I deserve it. Anyway, Norris came 4th, followed by Verstappen, Lawson and Russell. Stroll finished 8th, Alonso came 9th, and Tsunoda rounded up the points. The constructor standings have already settled, but the Drivers' Championship is still fighting fiercely. Despite my celebration vibe radio after the finish, me and Hamilton are separated by only 5 points going into the final race of the season. Will Hamilton become a record-breaking 8-time world champion? Or will we become the champion for the first time? Be sure to subscribe. You should hit the subscribe button so you won't miss the epic finale of the season. And don't forget to like and leave a comment as well. Oh, this is so exciting. I will see you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.